What is going on, everybody? Jumbo Thick here. We are back with more Emberfell, Whispers from the Stars. I'm, of course, your DM, your GM for the night, Jumbo Thick. I'm joined by the full cast and crew. Since we've all hit level 7, everyone's super excited. Let's do brief descriptions. Brief, because we got a lot of ground to cover tonight. Let's start with Jumbo Smooth. Take it away. I gotta edit that. You bastard!
Oh, sorry.
Fuck!
That's why.
Damn thing moved. Son of a bitch. Whatever.
It's
fine. It's fine.
Well, anyway, I am Jumbo Smooth. I'll be playing the role of Rogar Sambamu this evening. 7'5", 400-pound dragonborn. Searching for his father. You know, tale as old as time. You know, where's Daddy? You know.
That's
my story.
So are you the beast or is he the beast?
He's Gaston.
You're Gaston?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool. Go with that. How about since we're out of order now, how about we slide on over to Doobie 209?
Ooh, what's going on, everybody? Play Tristan Burrell, High Elf Time Wizard, on a magical mystery tour and search for his glorious purpose.
And then the one and only Dan Decker.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Moog Raja, level 7, with the tough feat because Anthony is so gracious.
He's not. He
No,
does not.
he's
You
not.
did not get it.
I didn't get it. I didn't.
You were close. You were close.
So close. So just.
Oh no.
Very furry. Smells of beef and cheese. 10-foot reach. Loves his crossbow and his shield. Only has one eye now, much like the person who plays it. So, fits. His is some sort of salty dead eye. We're going to find out what that's about. Yeah, probably fine. Knowing Anthony, it's probably potpourri.
Exactly. It's fine. There's nothing it's all sunshine and rainbows over here. Let's slide on over to Andrea.
Hi, I'm Andrea. I'm playing soon. You could probably hear screaming in the background. Baby's awake. So I'm playing a tiny drow bard with a very flamboyant personality. Next.
And last but not least, Kayla.
It's me, Kayla. I play the role of Valerie. It's me. I am a 257-year-old, 5'11", former elf turned vampire barbarian. Bloody claws, and sometimes a good vampire bite, sometimes not so good. But I'm always on the run from a mysterious person.
Mysterious person.
Yeah.
Mysterious indeed. Well, last we left off, the crew here had dealt a final blow to what will ever be known as the Crestfallen Pirates, whom was revealed to be none other than Kaduk Blackshroud, a prominent member of the social class in Port Dorona that Rogar and a few of you I guess Valerie and Moog were around at that point in time, had fallen from grace due to some misdeeds that they may have revealed to all of those out there. But you have thus far liberated Conwich from the tyranny of these crestfallen pirates. Much has taken place after the destruction of the invaders as well as the burning of the proper town. The new fortified walls that the pirates had built were left relatively intact, enough that they required very little repair, so the walls were still in place. However, the majority of the buildings were reduced to ash, and great effort has been made to clear and repurpose materials as necessary. There has been a dock and a decent warehouse for the Bittersnut Trading Company built, as well as thanks in part to the aid of some of the party and a few of the more skilled boyars left in the fleet, and the iron provided by Granel-Ruiz, the smith outside of town. The Water's Rest has been undergoing current renovations. It its bones were intact, but there was a lot of repair that needed to be done. And of course, Attendant Nazir is heading that reconstruction up. As far as other prominent figures in Conwich, the Codfather, while still under construction, is in a sense open for business, as Weevil has chosen this time to bring his prestige, his rightful gusto to Conwich. And not only will he own the only sizable general store in town, but now he also will run the inn and bar, as is fitting his station for his brave deeds and helping to saboteur the enemies.
Diversifying.
Exactly, diversifying. So now the Codfather is setting up shop, and he's opening up several businesses, all of them intimately connected. As well, Boars has now officially been elected as headman of the village. He still splits his time between his farm and his new duties. Speaking of which, the guards, there are actually guards in Conwich for the first time that have been recruited from those that had fought in the uprising against the crestfallen pirates. And under the tutelage of the veteran, they've been formed into a rather decent militia to help defend the town when in need. For this reason, a full garrison has been built within the walls to house troops, armor, things of that sort, weapons, as well as a small jail that has been put into place to punish those that need be punished. Unlike the old system where I'm sure they just kind of beat someone out in the road or something. I don't know. Regardless, though, or hang them from a cage outside like you saw certain people early on. That has been kind of what has been going on. Over a month has passed. As far as the weather is concerned, it's beginning to get cold. We're getting into the fall months. You are specifically within the month of... Hold, please, while I pull up my calendar, because I do have this written down. Typhar. It's starting to get a little bit colder. Winter's not fully set in yet. And it has been one of the holidays that will have passed, and you guys are free to be a part of this holiday if you wish or do not wish to. Is known as Gale Fair. It has come and gone at this point. It is a festival to appease the harshness of the coming winter, mostly subduing the wind and storms during Typhar. Does anybody wish to participate in this kind of small fair that kind of happens?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Any opportunity to be flamboyant and loud and show off my amazing performance skills.
Well, that will definitely have an opportunity to do so. It's more of a party. There is a very interesting segment of it towards the end of the afternoon and into the night, where they fly kites, decorated kites in all kinds of interesting fashions. And there's a ceremonial lighting of essentially like a massive, like giant lantern kite that they just kind of let go over the sea to appease the god of the storm. Anybody else want to be a part of this?
If there's drinking and dancing, yes.
There is drinking and dancing. There will be, of course.
Tristan's in.
I'm
Moog
assuming
would also participate in drinking and dancing and beef and cheese.
Beef and cheese.
Yeah.
You know, Granel-Ruiz
He's
there.
gonna found a restaurant one of these days called Marby's.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh well, Granel-Ruiz there, Moog, and you know,
Granel?
she starts,
Granel?
scooting up closer to you at some point.
You know?
Who knows what happens? You know.
Well, if Moog fails a few Constitution checks after some mead, you never know.
That's up to you.
Know.
That's up to you.
Listen, it's up to the dice, brother.
Yeah, man. Give Moog. Gonna give her the full broad jaw. All right.
God.
Anyways,
It's gonna be the full Mogi.
full monkey.
Yeah, the full
Full
monkey.
monkey?
Baby's arm.
Indeed. How about Rogar?
That's
You
done.
participate
That's out.
at all?
Rogar would attend, but he wouldn't. He doesn't believe in the gods of the South. So,
Of course not.
yeah.
There's been nothing to prove that they exist, Rogar.
All
Nothing
are,
at all.
All are weak and pathetic compared to Amu. So,
I mean, that's just indeed. What about Velry?
Valerie will take this opportunity to kind of scout out the woods around them and look for easy prey or make sure no one's hunting her or anything.
Okay. That's fair. That is definitely fair. Valery's creepily skulking in the woods while everyone's having their party.
Yeah.
All right. I'm assuming you were still, and we haven't really talked about this. Are you still sticking to a relatively vegetarian vampiric diet here? Yeah. No people.
Only in desperate times.
Only in desperate times. In the throes of
become overwhelmed.
Passion.
Throes of passion.
Passion, indeed. Beware, Trist. Okay, so getting that out of the way, it is currently, if you guys do have your calendars and you want to mark it up here, it is currently the 18th of Typhor. You are 2 days away from the Salted Revelry. And that is important specifically to Moog Broadjaw. The Salted Revelry is actually in honor of the Dredger of the Deep, Typhus, hence the name of the month.
Right.
And it's a sacred day for him, where people essentially hide in their houses and offer up a meal served in a pot of seawater. They leave it outside their homes so that hopefully he will overlook them when he comes a calling. So that just throwing it out there. It's 2 days from now. Just letting you know.
Is that the result of my newfound saltiness?
Well, I'm just saying you might have some. There might be. I don't know if you want to do something extra or whatever. This holiday's been around for ever. It's just wanted to fill you in.
Moog would make preparations before going to the party, probably.
Of course. Well, that being said, pertinent information. Trist, I believe you sent out your familiar, correct?
I sent it out to send a letter, so I don't know if it would come back in time.
It's been a month, so I will say it will have gone there and come back.
Yes.
Did you? Who did you send it to in particular?
Do you want the name?
I don't need a name. Just it was from Silver Durai, correct?
Yes.
Was it the person we spoke about?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And if I remember correctly, it was basically just asking about the curses. The curses. Okay. You will receive a letter back. Very, very finely rented. The parchment that it is that it has been responded upon is scented. Smells of a very, very particular like flower that grows particularly only underground, and is definitely written in a feminine hand, one might say. Regardless, though, Velry's on your shoulder looking over. No. It does respond to you that while she is not well versed in curses, she did consult some of her her benefactors, and she can tell you that while the Mar is not as influential within Silver the Eye. There is a branch that is. And through them, she has discovered that most of Clan Soulbrand is under the guise of this scheme. They're not actually making money. It's not a money-making organization. For them, it is a recruitment cause, one might say. It says that the entirety of Clan Soulbrand is actually a scheme for the Nine Hells to recruit souls for their never-ending war. And this curse is one of the recent inventions to come out of Port Dorona specifically. And it's been a very lucrative one. Normally you have to corrupt a man to put a curse on them, but this one allows you to do it ahead of time. And as far as she knows, it is strange magic. It's not normal. And the removal of it will be difficult.
All right. Fold it up, pockets it away.
All right. Anything else important anyone like to ask about?
Well, I would like to consult with Tristan a bit on what's been happening with Jade. And I mean, given Trist's new situation with his neck, can we all see that? Have we seen that? Did we notice that?
Oh, yeah.
Is that even called attention to? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I can explain away my new spell by just trying to remove curse, by just trying to figure out what's going on with Jade, what's going on with Tristan, and my screen, I'm sure, is frozen up because all of you have frozen.
It's going back and forth.
But anyway, so I just want to make that known. Yeah.
Okay. As far as Jade, last we spoke, I reminded you that she was very gaunt. Her health has not been the best. She looks sallow. It looks like she hasn't been sleeping. She's barely been eating, and she just does not look healthy. And you saw into this with your vast insight. To most of the rest of the party, she seems like her normal self. She's very good at disguising things. However, she has been burdened with this mark far longer than anyone that you have come across thus far. And it obviously is taking a toll on her. Consulting Trist and his kind of newfound proclivity for this, him being, a magician, of course, of some aspect, master of the arcane. He is probably the guy to talk to in town if you're interested in that kind of stuff outside of possibly Attendant Nazir. And between the two of you, while Trist is not exactly a master hexman, you can always try.
Yes.
Gonna try.
Well, Zune, I'm a fan of experimental magic and testing things out. So if you need a guinea pig, I will do it.
All right. I'm going to try to test this out on Tristan and try to figure out through Attendant Nazir and Tristan what components I might need.
Okay. Do you consult Attendant Nazir?
Yes. I would like to consult with her as well because I don't want to kill our magic user.
Okay. All right. So, and this has actually been a problem that she herself has been researching. Mostly because, if you'll remember, Morag Bittersnout is also marked, a very prominent member of this community. And the removal of this, as well as some of the other more fighters and some of the more guard now that are actually marked by this, is definitely top of the totem pole right now, on her list at least. And she has been looking into it. She herself has yet to be able to remove it. But I'll say that that's going to be going into the coming session. Do you want to just try to remove curse on Trist?
I'd like to try.
Okay. How do you do it? Like, I'm curious about how Zune casts Remove Curse. That's what I'm curious about.
Well, just imagining the possibilities. Something very calming, just a very calming note. He does have a lute. Just pull out the lute, play something just very chill, kind of a lullaby. Something soothing. Nice. Yeah, kind of put you to sleep, not jarring, and just sort of feel into the other person and try to figure out where it is and just gently remove it violently.
I did not think about this. Holy shit.
Was that bad?
No.
Am I about to get cursed?
No, definitely not. Okay. Are you focusing only on the mark on his neck?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, I can remove all. I know but I don't know if he's disclosed that he has a second curse to me, so I don't think I'd know to look for that.
Let me put it like this. Give me a spell casting ability check. So just roll a d20 and add I think for you, it's your charisma modifier.
All right, let's see. Where is it? Okay, so
just
I can just roll charisma.
A charisma check, yeah.
Boom. Come on. There we go.
Oh, Jesus. Okay,
I have a +7 on this for
that was a save. It's close though. It's fine. It's close enough. You would have had like a 21 or something. It's fine. So, Zune, as you are kind of focusing on Trist, you focus on the mark on the brand on his neck specifically, the kind of raised, visible brand that you can see. And as you are crafting this song, and it's pouring over him, Trist, you feel a burning sensation, but not on the side of your neck. It's on the back of your neck. And you kind of, it burns, and then something, Zune, you see like almost like an invisible mark that you could not see before begin to appear. And it appears to be some kind of mark that was left on him that you did not know was there. And as you finish the song, while the actual brand has not removed, the other mark is actually dissolved.
What was that? Were you going to tell me about that before I just tried something for the first time on you and risked, I don't know, your life, my life? Were you going to tell me about whatever the hell that was? What was that?
I don't know what that was. It hurt like hell though.
How do you not know you have additional curses?
What about this one? This one still feels like it's still there.
You're a magic user. How do you not know this?
There's a lot of things that go on in my life. I can't control every single aspect of them. But hey, I mean, you got one of them off, so you did good.
Others that I should be aware of?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we got this one still. I still feel this one. But now we know we can try it on Jade, see if it works.
It is fairly obvious at this point that the actual brand itself is not going to be removed by just the spell. It might need additional components. 2
people casting it. Tristan also.
I mean, there could be lots of. You can try lots of things, whatever you want. Attendant Nazir is researching this. She's actually researching this. So.
What about the coins, though? Have you told Attendant Nazir about them?
Yeah, the coins, I was going to talk to you guys about that actually. It's kind of risky, but one of the ideas I had was I had this scroll. I can summon a devil, and I can trap him into a circle, a magic circle, and might be able to bargain with them because these coins are quite valuable.
No,
and we have 6 of them.
I veto that. I vote against that. Whatever that is, no.
Well, you don't trust me?
I trust you. I don't trust devils being summoned into circles. Were you in the battle we were just in? Were you there? We were talking to the mirror and sucking out souls.
This is a controlled environment now.
You have 2 curses on you. You didn't even know about the other one. How is that a controlled environment?
Now I only have one on me because you got rid of it.
You're a frustrating high elf. I can't stand you people.
You should just wait till you see what else I can do.
Oh my god.
There's logic in this.
All the crap we get, you are a mess. But okay, fine.
I love it. I love it so much.
You did good, Zune. You did good.
You did good. Yeah. Did good.
Now we know.
Okay, well let me know before you cast it just so I can stand by with some kind of healing something.
Well, of course. Rogar's going to be there. Valor will be there. Moog will be there. Everyone will be there just in case things do go tits up.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Speaking of which, Moog, I need you to give me a charisma saving throw, Moog.
Oh, damn.
Uh-oh.
Charisma save.
Yes, please.
Oh, that hurts. Well, I'm going to have to give me just a second to switch to Chrome because Safari has been a little bitch about D&D Beyond lately.
Oh, is it pretending to not roll?
It's pretending to not roll the dice. That's me. Can't have that crap.
Did a number pop up for you that you could just tell me?
Nope.
Damn it. Okay.
That's going to be a 14.
A 14.
Yeah, no, it wasn't rolling any. It was like, no dice for you.
And it just rolled. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, with a 14, Moog, this will be very late in the month. It'll be almost on the day that we're going to pick up on. And are you guys all staying at Bors's farm still? Where are you guys living situation? What are we doing here? Same?
I'd be.
Probably.
Yeah.
He's got my cart.
Jade.
Yeah, everybody's
Got my cart.
Okay.
I'm going to go check on my cart,
So
hard fought, spoiled.
So Moog, give me and here's the thing, like you guys are kind of like little lax, a little relaxed. Go and give me a stealth check, Moog. You will have advantage at this.
Stealth check with advantage.
Mm-hmm. Your goal is to beat Tristan Varel's passive perception, which is significant. And you did.
Yeah, that was a
Holy shit. So Moog sneaks off in the middle of the night, not of his own volition.
Kronk from the Emperor's New Groove.
Disappears. He is gone. Nobody sees him going. He's gone. Moog, you come to consciousness the next morning, and you are standing.
Sounds fun.
I know. You are standing on the dock.
Mm-hmm. Of the bay?
Yes.
Place
on
and
the
time?
newly constructed dock. You're just standing there, looking out at sea.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of look around. There's no one around.
Writing a letter to Brandy, letting her know.
There is well, I'm going to give you some bad news, Mo.
Oh, no.
You can't find your shield.
I don't like that. Where'd it go?
It's always with you.
Yeah. I'm attuned to it.
You're not anymore.
Oh, where'd it go? Do I have to take it out of my inventory?
Yes, you do.
What have you done to me, Anthony?
Mm-hmm.
Because I failed that Constitution save?
The charisma save, yes. And you also notice, Moog, your hands are dirty. And when I say dirty, I mean they look like you have been digging in the dirt.
I've been digging in dirt. Maybe I buried the shield.
Give me how about you give me a survival check real fast, Mo?
Okie doke.
Because I'm imagine panic is starting to set in at this point.
Oh yeah, no, I maybe I passed, but probably not. An 11.
An 11. So you're able to trace your steps somewhat out of town. You're tracing your steps backwards. You see where
Go back.
you're moving back, and you actually trace your steps not to Boar's Farm, but up the hill towards Castle Gatebreaker, where apparently you paid a visit.
What goes on at Castle Gatebreaker?
There was the ruin of Castle Gatebreaker where Mad Udval once lived.
Oh man. So I'm all about roaming around these sea shanty places now.
You have no idea. You don't remember any of this, but at some point, apparently you were out here.
Wow.
Now, with an 11, you don't get the particulars of where exactly you went. You just know you were up here.
Very groggy.
Sorry, Moog.
I sealed up and left me. You know, my dog died and I ain't got no pickup truck.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Moog. Well,
Buried it and forgot where he buried it.
On to different note here. Let's see here. Does anyone have any pertinent questions they would like to ask before we actually start the day? Besides Moog's asking where his shield is, because I will not answer that one. I'm sorry.
Well, I was like scouting out in the woods and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't there's no signs of anyone following me in this town.
Give me a perception test.
Okay.
A 7.
There is now.
Now you feel pretty confident nobody's following you.
Yep. Cool. Feel great.
Good job.
Yeah. You feel good about it.
Mm-hmm.
You hung from a tree for a while, good vantage point. Nothing. Is there anything else anybody else would like to ask about? Perhaps Rogar, got anything on your mind?
The only thing we're going to be doing in this month, besides the stuff I already said, would be he'd be interested in what happened to Nyarla, the hobgoblin.
Now that is going to be large and question what you guys want to do with that. After she came to her senses, after she came to consciousness and was given some clothes, obviously, after being rescued from the ship, no one really knows what to do with her. Do you guys want to take charge of her, or do you want to hand her over to maybe Attendant Nazir for safekeeping? Or what do you guys want to do?
I think it's probably safe for her to safe for her or us for her to travel with us. I would assume probably Attendant Nazir would maybe the Temple of Buell can do something with her would be my idea, but. Yeah.
Wasn't she with Nazir before?
You brought her there. She wasn't with her.
And then next thing you know, she's on that ship.
Next thing you know, she disappeared from town. If you remember, she kind of ran out to the night,
she ran out. Okay.
She was like, and then she just disappeared. And then
we didn't chase her. That too,
you all thought she was attractive.
You guys didn't chase her, and then she ended up on a ship, naked, being tortured. A week later. So, who knows what's going on with that? But now that you guys have got a hold of her, and she might feel like she's in Zune's debt in particular after he saved her life.
I would like to try to, is there any chance I could remove whatever it is that makes her attractive? Is that a curse?
Are you going to try to?
I'd like to try to.
Sure. You
If
can
she
try
let
it.
me.
Curse being so attractive.
Give me another spell casting ability check.
So you're gonna make her ugly.
No. Oh my
No.
god. I got a
That's-
nat 1.
Still safe, and it is also a nat 1. All right. Go and give me a Christmas saving throw soon.
Shit. Advantage against being charmed.
Yeah, that works. That'll work.
I think I'm good.
Okay, 27.
Damn.
So
Yeah.
you go to.
I got a 19. It almost got in a minute.
Yeah. You go to sing the lullaby, try to coax her into an ease of her current predicament. And as you are singing, the veil slips and her face is exposed for just a moment. As it does, you are overcome with the desire to remove your armor and set yourself upon her.
Oh no.
However, you do manage to stop yourself from doing so, and she very quickly rights her veil and apologizes.
No, I'm going to apologize and I'm going to leave. Because it's not her fault. It's my fault. And I'm gone.
You go to leave,
So-
distraught.
I'm so sorry. I'm very embarrassed. I'm going to get up and go. Done.
Yep. So yes, that happened. I'll say for now, though, since we're leaving her in Tenant Nazir's stead, she is currently acting as a acolyte of the temple, and we'll see how that goes. Mo, you got anything you want to ask about besides your shield?
How close are we to the festival or the holy day?
It'll be 2 days. As soon as we officially start, you'll have 2 days.
Well, I'll be making preparations for that, and I
Okay.
reckon. And pining for my shield.
Of course.
Trying to remember fervently. Maybe in the minutia preparing for the holy feast, I'll remember.
I will give you this, Moog. Ever since that day, you have been kind of interested in the ruins, and
yeah, he'd be interested anyway.
I will give you something for that when we start. You'll get a little something for it. So
I love how this is all prologue.
it is. We're still in the prologue, guys. Sorry. Trist, did you want to ask about anything besides what we went over?
No, nothing in particular was standing out.
Okay.
I'm trying to find secret boxes.
Say what?
No.
What's gonna happen?
We're gonna take a break from that box.
You can do what with the box?
The puzzle box.
Oh, you don't try out the box?
No, not right now. No.
Okay. That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
I'm assuming though, party question, that everybody equipped whatever items was dished out. Valerie got a sword. I forgot the rest.
I think
And
there was really the big item. There was a little bit of money, not much.
There was that bag of like 1,200 gold, 2,200 gold.
2,200 gold.
2,200.
Imagine unless Rogar
Rogue's
holds
gonna
on
go
to it,
ahead
imagine
and,
we split that amongst everyone.
Rogue's going to ask Rogar for a quiver full of bolts out of the bag of holding, where there's like 500, I reckon. When we cleaned out shop.
I have listed here as the bolts we took as 50.
Okay.
So-
Give me 40 of them.
Can do.
All right, thanks.
Well, with that, the day opens up. I'm assuming you all wake up on the farm. It is very chilly and overcast today. As I said, the cold is beginning to creep in. As you awaken from your various places of slumber where all of you kind of do your own thing, what do you guys do in the morning?
Cool. Any breakfast prepared? Does anyone make any breakfast? I forget his wife's name.
Usually, Kelks would be making breakfast, but she's had other duties as of.
Well, that's fine. I'll just have an apple and some granola bars.
Granola bars, yes, those exist now. No.
Does Valerie catch any meat in her little adventures that she could, cook
Sure.
for people with spices?
No problem. Do you know how to cook?
Oh,
Yeah, remember I did the spices before. It was great.
Yeah. Do you have cooking utensils?
Oh, how did I do it before?
Do you have proficiency with cooking tools?
No.
No.
I'll give it to Rogar. I catch it and give it to Rogar.
Rogar, can you cook things?
Rogar would cook things over an open flame and essentially just roast it. Or that's pretty much all he would do, was roast. Roast or boil. That's the extent of Rogar's culinary skills. So he would roast whatever, and that's about it.
I can tell you
Put it on a stick.
that your normal chef, as of late, has usually been Jade, but Jade does not get up this morning.
Gonna go check on Jade.
Go check on Jade, and she's just bundled up real tight in her room. She kind of peek in, make sure Moog's not around, and she's not moving.
Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna go check on her. I'm gonna get my little. Make sure there's nothing weird in here.
Okay.
No gets to be believed.
You pull out the spyglass, look around. You don't see anything.
Okay. Because
You move. You move up to Jade. Give me a perception test.
Oh God! So let me go. She's dead. All right. Perception. Here we are. 18.
18. As you get closer, you do see that she is breathing. She just looks like she might have like a fever, maybe. Sweating.
Shit. I'm going to ask if someone can get Attendant Nazir. See if they can bring her out here to help. Because she looks very sick.
That could be a
I
thing.
know who's the quickest out of all of us.
Valerie probably is the fastest. No, sprint.
I can do it.
You're gonna run to town, Valerie?
Two skips and a jump, and she's there.
How far is it? How many?
I mean, it's like a 10-minute like on a horse. You kind of trot, not like a sprint, but like a trot to town. Pretty spaced out place.
I mean, if I need to go, someone needs to go. I would be the one to go.
Okay. Actually, I do believe we canon said it was 30 minutes. We did. It was 30 minutes. Regardless, though, if Valerie wants to go, the rest of you are left to wonder what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys doing in the meantime?
Zune, what seems to be wrong with her, Zune?
I don't know. I think it's probably related to the curse. I wasn't able to remove the curse from you, so I'm kind of scared to try anything on her if she's this weak. She's been getting worse and worse every day.
That's true. I guess we really don't have a choice then is wait for Nazir, so I guess we'll just keep an eye on her, make sure she doesn't die.
Okay. Valerie, you're making your way into town after some this time passes. You make it to the newly built walls, the open gate at this point. It is earlier in the morning, but people are milling about. There is a lot of construction going on. There's a lot of work being done, especially earlier in the day, as it's the days are growing shorter since winter is coming. And you find your way to the Temple of Boel, seeking Attendant Nazir. And as you enter into the temple, which is somewhat still under construction, you find her just kind of doing her normal morning rituals, where she has several vases and several containers that she begins to ritually fill with water from the main water source in the center of the temple. And I'm assuming you get her attention and explain to her what's going on. And as this happens, actually, Boris happens to be passing by because he's actually working with the garrison. He discovers that you're talking about his farm and Jade, who he's come to be close with, and he decides he's going to go with you back to the farmstead, the three of them. On their way back, Zune, I'm assuming Zune, you're probably in the room with Jade most of the time. Gonna keep an eye on her.
Yeah.
Zune, she just sits up. Just all of a sudden, throws the cover off and sits up. Oh, I feel much better now. She kind of just looks at you.
You do?
I do. I feel great.
Can I roll an insight?
I'm so sweaty. Yeah, give me an insight check.
That's not right. Mama didn't raise no fool. Or did she? Let's find out. 15.
15. As far as you can tell, I mean, she's sitting up. She's acting somewhat normal. I don't know.
I would then like to just go ahead and probably do something I will regret.
Okay.
Detect thoughts.
Okay.
Wisdom 15 saving throw.
15 saving throw. So you're going to invade this woman's mind?
I'm going to invade her mind.
Okay. That is a 22.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I'm about to have my mind invaded. Go on.
You begin to. I mean, I'm assuming it's like a hum for you. It's not very loud, but it has to be something. You know, you're kind of beginning to chant the words to it, and as you do so, she kind of stops for a moment and kind of, oh, I had a bit of a tickle. Well, I'm feeling much better now. I need to get a bath. Do you mind? I need to change.
I will get up, say absolutely, leave, and go to Trist and say, actually, before I walk out of the door completely, can I try to look at her through the spyglass?
Okay. You pull the spyglass out. Are you just kind of doing this, or is this like a sleight of hand thing?
I would like to try to be subtle, but I don't know how subtle
give me a stealth check. We'll see how subtle you can be. A lot of rolls happening right now.
That's gonna be ugly. Please be good. 17.
17's pretty good. Oh yeah. She's busy actually. She's actually turned and she's beginning to kind of loosen her kind of robe. See down her back.
I'm pulling
yeah, and you're like, whoa, and you kind of give it a glance real fast. As you glance through, you don't see anything out of the normal through the glass, at least.
Okay. Is there anything?
Did you want to stay?
I apologize. I'm going to leave and gently close the door and go to Tris. Yeah.
Yes. As she gets dressed. Valerie, by the time you get there, Jade is actually making breakfast, and she has a pot of tea boiling for everyone.
I'm interesting to be in events, and I'm looking at Zune and everyone.
I'm gonna be her back is turned, looking at people, shaking my head violently, like something's wrong.
Oh. So I'm gonna like pull Zune aside and ask what happened. And then,
I don't know. She just stood up or sat up and suddenly everything's fine. She's just like, oh no, I feel great. That's not normal. I mean, what curse just suddenly, oh, I'm fine. Oh, I'm fine. No, I'm good. Thanks. All right. I'm going to go make breakfast now. No, she's been deteriorating for like a freaking month.
yeah, that's very strange.
Don't drink the tea. I don't trust it. I don't trust anything about that. And I couldn't figure anything out, and I couldn't even read her thoughts. So I don't know what she is now. I don't know if she's still Jade. I don't trust it.
Yeah.
There's too much weird stuff happening in this town. I don't trust it.
Was Lieutenant Nazir studying this curse?
Was.
Or,
She
okay,
was.
so gonna relay and ask if she knows why that might be.
Well, are you guys like outside, or are you guys in the living room
Yeah,
talking about this in front of her?
No, we're not near her.
Okay,
Yeah.
like
We're not
outside.
near the Stepford wife. Yeah.
So, Attendant Azir, we'll say that she's kind of stopped out there with you guys. Boars is already inside, but she's it's quite unusual. Maybe she just had a cold. Did you ever? No, definitely not. I could give her a once over to see if she has any physical ailments, but I do think I think I have a lead on something for the curse.
Okay. Still,
Probably best we just do this all together.
without her, right?
Well, maybe make her go in the other room, or bring the rest of your companions out here, maybe?
Or maybe move to the other side of town. Okay.
I don't think it should be. Does it need to be that secretive?
I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with her, and I don't want her trying to stop it.
She would have a hard time stopping this.
Okay.
That's mostly why I actually need your guys' help in this matter.
We're gonna go get Tristan. We're gonna get Rogar. We're gonna get Moog.
Okay. Boris is just kind of in there, still talking to Jade. This looks like fine sausage. Is that the stuff Velry got? Oh, yes, it was. You're not in there, Zune. You want some Rogar? It looks delicious.
I've already had mine too.
How about you, Moog? No sausage for you? Really?
Moog was up early, had breakfast, and was out working in the barn.
That is true. Yeah. We'll say that. And by working in the barn, we mean up looking at the ruins all morning.
Probably.
Yeah.
Shucking some hay, man. There's a loft up there. It's fine.
Okay. All right.
No sausage for me, thanks.
Fine. I'll just a glass of tea then, Jade. Very well. Here you go. It's already come to a boil. She hands in a cup of tea.
I'm nowhere near that.
Nope, you
right?
guys are
We're
outside.
supposed
He's in there. He just drinks his tea. Puts
That
it
should be
down. Okay. Outside, since all of you guys are on the porch, basically, Attendant is here. Well, I'm glad that I have all of your attention at this point. I was going to ask you guys for this favor when you came into town, but seeing as I'm up here already, I've made a discovery. I found a journal in the, in a hidden nook as we were renovating the temple. It belongs to the former attendant, Halueth, that perished in the tragedy of the loss of the old town. It details certain discoveries he had made below the temple after what he describes as a small earthquake. But the most interesting thing was that the passage that had opened up brought forth a section that he did not know existed, and also a strange glowing rock that had interesting properties. One being that it hummed as if under song, and the other that he claims he found it could be used to cleanse the body of those touched by great evil. And in fact, there is some kind of ritual that he had performed to remove an affliction of someone in town. We've tried many things. I think this might be worth a shot. But the stone is important. That is the key component we will need. We need to powder it, and we'll have to drink it as part of the ritual. However, I have no idea. I've never heard of this mineral myself. I might need you guys to go look for it.
Quick question. How did he perish again?
Well, we're not sure. The old town, one day, and this was long ago, hundreds of years ago, in fact, well, at least 100, when I was brought on as the new attendant. I was just told, and there might be others in town that might have better records, I was told that something had happened. There was a great catastrophe that happened to Conwich, and the majority of its residents that lived in the actual townstead had perished. It was abandoned, left to rot, and they had already moved. The remains of the temple had already been moved elsewhere, as well as the town that you saw before this recent rekindling, we'll call it. And perhaps there were more records within the original town hall that has been burned to the ground, but maybe Morag might know some more. He's been around longer than I. I believe Boris had something for you as well. We've been, well, you guys are, let's just say, a great resource, and we are very thankful for you.
So I understand here, it's no longer under the temple.
Well, it's no longer, it's under the old temple, in the old version of Conwich. Do you remember we went up by the lighthouse?
Yes.
That is the border of the old town. Most of it is ruined, and you not even see many of the buildings any longer. You would be able to find the temple, though, I believe. It was not far from the well. The well should still be visible. I know there's a few guides in town. Maybe someone, or maybe Boars, in fact, could lead you. Perhaps, or Morag might know someone that ventures in that area. I know that the previous denizens of the Dirty Oxen used to spend a lot of time up there.
Yeah, we'll talk to Morag. How do you plan to powder?
Mortar
stone?
and pestle usually works. If it is harder than that, we'll figure something out. I have some magics that can make rock more pliable with applications of certain alchemical origins. Boel blesses us in many ways.
Well, anything is better than nothing, so we go find Morag.
Yes. At this point, Boris comes stepping out. Well, before you guys do that, I might have a job for you. Well, glad to see you guys were up and at 'em, but this might have a...
Rogar just standing there, very confused by this first conversation, not understanding why everyone's so freaking out about Jade.
Mhm.
Seemed fine to me.
Yeah, exactly. She
You
seemed
know,
fine.
but yeah.
I think you could probably put that one on the back burner, guys. Mine might be a little more in need, let's just say. you guys know about obviously you know about all the renovations we've been going over right now. And most of these renovations are taking place because the efforts in town, specifically a mill that has been run by the Thrak clan. I'm sure you remember them, Rogard, part of the territory that we used to hunt by, and me and you and Bones when he was around. They run most of the milling, and they've got a fine set of heavy timber that they have on their property, and sadly to say, there's not many other farms that are still capable of working right now, as many other woodcutters, that is. They're pretty much all we have. And with no one coming in from outside, we're running low, and our last shipment was never delivered. They usually deliver wood once a week. We've been paying them fine. I don't see why they wouldn't deliver to begin with. But see, the thing is, I sent a messenger to check up on them, and they never came back. So I sent a second messenger, and they also never came back. So I'm thinking we might need to send some more experienced individuals to check out the mill.
It's a missing persons case. That's my specialty.
Indeed, Trist. I thought that might make you be a hero for the day. Regardless, though, I don't have the men to spare. We have our hands full just keeping the inner town safe at this point. No one from the local patrols has said anything too outrageous that I know of as of yet. There haven't been any of those slinking creatures that we came across before, at least not that I know of. This would be a great help, and we definitely could use the supplies if we're going to continue our rebuilding efforts here.
We will do this.
Okay.
And we will find this rock for you, small one.
Thank you, Beauregard. It's fine. As long as Jade is doing okay. She's been afflicted the longest, as far as I know. And I believe we have time, if need be. Yes, yeah, of course, what she said. But just remember, Rogar, you follow the road towards Rorkham. That should lead you straight to them.
Very well.
Where?
The road out of town towards Rorkham.
Rorkham.
Mm-hmm.
And where is that in relation to, like, out of character? Where is that in relation to the Green Rock and the Old Town?
Oh, the Old Town would be north of Conwich.
Mm-hmm.
Rorkham would be more of the southwest.
So the exact opposite direction.
Yes.
How convenient.
How convenient
Drink
indeed.
tea. Yeah.
Well,
All right.
I best be returning. Would you like me to walk you back? Yes, of course. I need to finish my preparations for the day. And Lieutenant Nazir and Bors venture back to town.
I don't feel comfortable leaving. Well, actually, I didn't see Boris drink anything or eat anything, so I wouldn't know this. Okay.
Window kind of shutters open. Would you guys like some tea? It's quite fresh.
I'm fine, thank you.
Very well.
Or snarls at the idea of tea.
There'll be plenty when you get back.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to that.
Closes once again.
She really likes that tea, huh?
She always was making tea before.
That's true. She did always make tea.
I've never drank the tea. Never will drink the tea.
It was so good. No, I can't trust it. It's fine. So,
Well,
do
Can
we
you
want
detect
to-
magic on a tea?
I don't know.
I mean, you guys could.
I mean, you can.
Do
I mean, you can do anything to anything. Like, trust
Does
me.
someone have detect magic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you want to try it, Trist?
No.
No.
I'm not going to spend 10 minutes doing it.
Okay. So, what are the plans?
Rogar is running, or not running, but moving at a quick pace to gather his things. He's excited about the possibility of worthy prey. And so he is quickly gathering his things.
Okay. Rogar's gathering up. What about the rest of you?
Which area do we go to first? Because honestly, I think we need to get rid of this curse first.
Well, Nazir said it that Jade was fine, right? She did say that too.
She
Or that she thought we still had time.
She never actually saw her because you were like, "Oh yeah, she's fine," and she kind of peeked her head out. She's like, "Oh, I'm doing great."
Oh, all right.
Attendant Nazir hasn't spent a solid month holed up with her and watching her act off and then suddenly be totally fine. Everything's fine. And what was it that you said happened to her, Moog? You saw like a skeleton over her, a creepy old woman. What was it?
Definitely wasn't something of this world, that's for sure.
That, my phone, hold on.
Well.
The missing persons case is it's my specialty. I say we go southwest. I trust Nazir. She says we have time.
Okay. Well, they're probably already dead, but we can go ahead and do that.
Well, that's true, but at least we can bring remembrance back to their families. Let them know.
Yeah.
So,
plus, I mean, how bad can it be?
I don't know.
It's just a mill. Wink.
Cut to the mill.
Cut the. Oh shit! We're getting in. Oh yeah. Okay.
That seems like a good segue.
So, as everyone's kind of gathered their gear, I'm supposing, you're not going to go into town. You're just going to go straight towards the mill.
Or perhaps we go into town to collect potions.
Good luck finding some.
Damn it!
What?
We don't go into town. That's
You
all
would
we
know.
We are flush with cash.
You would know that the potion trade has not picked up much. Probably because I don't know. Someone burned down Weevil's shop.
We didn't burn it down.
People's shop doesn't have anything.
I did not specify it was you. I said someone.
Your tone was accusatory.
Someone burned down Weevil's shop and stole all of his stuff. And then on top of that, there still have not been any caravans to town.
Yes.
Not been from any other town. The only access to Conwich right now apparently is at sea, and there never were a bustling fleet of ships lining up to come to Conwich to begin with. So,
yes, as far as Tristan's concerned, Rorkham has gone dark.
it's a possibility. There's no way to know.
A whole town's gone dark.
So, are we venturing towards Rorkham
Something
and
is
the
afoot.
farm?
Yes.
Rogar, you will know that the farm is it's not really a farm, it's a mill. I keep saying farm. The mill it's about an hour or so at like a walk, like a decent
shit.
walk.
Greater
We don't have
Conwich.
to rest.
Yeah, I mean Conwich is, so you have the main town hub, but you have just like people spread out in this area, this like region almost. Most of them try to fend for themselves. And most of them do fend for themselves. But yeah, that's kind of the area you guys are in right now. Very backwoods-ish. But you begin to take towards Rorkham. It is still cold, still very overcast. We'll say that it'll be, after all the events of the morning that have kicked off, we'll say it's probably 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that in the morning.
Does Rogar notice that Moog is missing a shield?
Probably. I would assume all of you have
On his
probably
back.
noticed because he always has it with him, and he no longer has it with him.
Mm-hmm.
Moog,
Yeah. Yes, friend Rogar.
you have done the right thing. The shield was not good. You are
I don't
the
know
bow.
where it is.
Yeah, you were very
Well, no.
protective of it, and now you don't have it
Yes.
anymore.
Forget it. It was bad. I once knew a small goblin named Tuk Tuk. He once used a piece of equipment that was not for him. You have made the right choice. You are a better man than this Tuk Tuk. And he slaps you on the back and continues to move on.
I love Rogar so much.
Okay.
You're a better man.
What would Rogar do?
Assuming-
WWRD.
Rogar has been to this. He has been to this. This
Bill.
family's property, not necessarily the mill itself, but
Okay.
at least their property. And so you kind of have a vague sense of where you're going. Begin heading that direction on the actual road itself, which is while it's not like a paved road, it's a very well-worn road. Even though it hasn't seen any traffic recently, it's starting to begin to get overgrown. Regardless, though, after about 45 minutes, an hour or so, you begin to approach the area where you think the mill is. So at this point, we're going to need some tracking skills in place. Friend Rogar, you want to do this? You heading this up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Someone's
it's
helped
anything
me.
to-
I'll take it, but
Ooh, Detective Tristan
Yeah.
will help.
all right. Can I roll with advantage?
For survival stuff?
Well, I'm more so human footprints. Well, not human footprints, but humanoid
Yeah,
footprints.
he's a master of perception and
no, you
investigation.
can have advantage on your survival roll. That's fine.
I will admit my
Hell
survival
yeah.
skill is lacking,
fine.
but my perception is chef's kiss.
Oh, good thing. 19.
19.
4.
Okay. So a 19 like that. You actually do pick up a small path, Rogar. And by small path, I mean like recently tread. Well, not recently. Yeah, recently. We'll say recently, like within the past day or so. A larger animal has come through here. And you see, in judging by the actual marks left in some of the moist earth, you can tell that it is a horse. Somebody, well, not a horse, what do you call that? A foot pad. I keep saying horse. Somebody riding a. This is more likely a wolf because the warg pads are way bigger. So somebody riding a dire wolf. But you know that some of the errand people that that Boris sends out, that's often what he'll send them out on, is a dire wolf. You can tell that one has come through here. You find like a little tuft of fur on a piece of, on like a nearby tree, and you see the footprints. And with a 19, easily enough to follow them, no problem. However, I'm going to need perception tests. I'll let you guys all give me one.
Okay. You're probably the roll for Valerie.
That's fine. I can roll for her.
Yes. Natural 20.
Shit.
That's going to be insane. So Trist is definitely going to see this. I'm going to roll hers.
24 total.
Valerie didn't see shit. She's too fascinated. I don't know. She probably gets distracted. Like a strange sound an animal's making or something. She dreams about bleeding it dry and tasting its succulent flesh as she's walking by.
Rogar sees that she's, drooling in just disgust. Like, it's not right.
No, it is not right. 24 for Trist, though, which is, that's good. Moog, yours is pretty good, too. So, let's see here. What to do.
Is this like rolling hills or is it all flat?
So you're kind of you've entered into a forest. It's not. It's actually getting rather dense. In fact, you can tell
Bamboo
this is
forest?
why this. What kind of forest?
Bamboo?
There is some bamboo here, but it is not a bamboo forest.
Okay.
Like there's some, but it's actually mostly like thicker trees. In fact.
Okay.
However, as you guys are moving forward, your view is obscured, and those of you without survival skills and without a lot of experience in the woods, so mostly everybody except for Rogar and Moog, and actually Velry. So Tristan, Zune, it would be very easy for you guys to get lost out here, just because of the nature of the terrain and the topography. But Rogar, being a seasoned hand, is guiding you well enough, and Trist, because you're not having to focus on the path ahead, your other senses have apparently sharpened, as well as Moog. Moog's keeping a sharp ear out as well. And the two of you start hearing something coming from up ahead before the rest of the party. And what you hear in particular, let me make sure about this before I say too much, because I want to say I'm right. Hold, please. Let me make sure. Yes, good. Okay. You hear voices up ahead. In fact, you hear deep voices up ahead. That kind of it would be easy to imagine like rocks falling on top of each other. Deep tones. You're getting them from a significant distance away. It appears to be a language, and there are multiple speakers. However, it is not a language you recognize, Trist or Moog. Well, Moog, what languages do you know?
Let's see. Moog knows Common and Goblin. He's not too bright.
Goblin.
With that, yeah.
So yeah, you do not know. Trist, yeah, I know for a fact you don't know this one.
You guys, you hear that?
And after a few, and after Trist and Mo kind of stop and kind of, hey, you guys hear that? It takes a minute, and the only reason why the rest of you then begin to hear it is because it gets louder. It's like, and back and forth, multiple speakers here, deep, thundering kind of voices beginning to echo out.
Yes. Not draconic.
No, it is not draconic.
I would like to cast
Rogar. Oh, I forgot about Rogar.
Would Rogar know? Maybe not understand it.
So
Rogar...
I will say, because this does fit in with your backstory, Rogar.
Okay.
You would recognize it as giant, but you don't know the language, but you recognize it.
You recognize it, yeah.
Yes.
Rogar would immediately pull out his weapon, get in a stealth position. Giants, as they would just whisper, giants.
Mm-hmm.
We will kill them, and
we'll kill them. Holy shit! Yeah, I love it.
What if they're friendly?
A big friendly giant.
Rogar doesn't acknowledge it with a response. Growls, and we will kill them, and starts to move towards the sound stealthily, if possible.
I'm going to hit Tristan with comprehend languages just to see if he can kind of understand.
All right.
What's
you get comprehend languages, Trist. Suddenly you can start understanding the voices. See what you hear as you get closer. Are we sneaking up?
I think so.
Okay.
That's what Rogar would be doing.
I need everybody to give me stealth rolls.
12.
12. 19 for Moog. Very good. 16 for Roll.
19.
15 for Zune. Velry.
Velry, probably.
Damn. 11 for Velry. Even at advantage.
Oh, she gets advantage. That's right.
She has that. She puts her little hood up, and then she begins to.
Oh, they get disadvantage for sensing her, bro.
They do. They do. And she gets advantage for her stealth roll. I know.
Bullshit, bro.
You're
This
not
is bullshit.
The rest of you do not get disadvantage for being
That's true.
sensed.
That's
So yeah. So let me make sure here. I'm looking at passives here. Passives. I'm gonna tell you right now, giants are not very wise creatures.
I wouldn't think so.
Depending on the giant, but yes.
So these particular ones, in fact, as the party begins to kind of stealth out, are you guys spreading out? Are you guys keeping together? Like what are we doing?
I would imagine we're stepping off the path
Okay.
and going through the woods.
Okay. Going to the woods. Yeah. So all of you are spreading out away
I
from
would say
each other?
a little distance from each other. Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit of spread.
Yeah, you guys are all
Maybe
Enough
10
where we can
feet.
still kind of, we can make out a little. Yeah, 10 feet sounds good. You know?
beginning to spread out, kind of slink down into the woods. As you get closer, Trist, you actually begin to the voices have meaning. The rest of you just hear like, oh, kakunto waba. Oh, bajaba no na. Yeah, I can do this all day. Trist, however,
you sound very much like Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah,
they kind of smell like Jabba, exactly. but yes. Anyways, Trist, as you get closer, you hear one, you lame worker. He no work no more. Me eat, no eat. Big boss say no eat. Me eat now. No eat. And it's just like the voice of the minds here, talking to each other.
I message Rogar because I imagine he's in the front. So I'll cast message. Sounds like they have captives. And they're gonna kill them. Maybe we quicken our pace.
Okay. Rogar,
I can only message one person.
And I will say, Rogar, as a voice carries to your ear, you hear the sonorous tones of a female Trist.
Oh shit.
Same voice, but very much
Sexy
feminine.
too.
Sexual in nature, one might say. Making love to your ear hole. As that message is cast to you.
God damn you, Anthony. God
Chills.
damn you.
Want to make love to your eye holes.
Rogar takes it in, but the thought of giants.
He does.
Oh, does he?
does.
He takes it in.
Yes, he does.
Takes it in.
Takes it in. The thought of giants, he doesn't need much motivation to move quicker to kill giants. So he's moving quicker.
Moving
The
quicker.
great enemy is near.
Beginning to move up. As you begin to get closer, you discover that you get to kind of the edge of like a tree line, and there is a cleared out space up ahead of you where it looks like at one point this used to be a working environment. You actually have stacks of logs here that have been prepped and they're ready to be actually milled. There is the actual mill itself ahead of you. It's a large structure, pretty big, maybe somewhere between 3 to 4 stories tall. Not exactly sure what all goes on in there. None of you have any lumberjacking experience. Moog might be the most close to the rest of you since he comes from a hometown where there is a lot of woodworking, a lot of milling, though he is not one himself. Regardless, though, there appears to be piles.
You did take wood shop in 8th grade. Thank you very much.
wood shop. Of course it did.
Yeah.
Of course it took wood shop.
He could build you a real nice bookshelf. Trust me.
Exactly. Yeah. The rest of you just kind of see large piles of raw material nearby. You do not see any fresh cut wood. However, you do hear that what you can see even that there appears to be a stream that is being used to run a wheel, and the mill apparently is active right now. Right ahead of you, amidst the raw materials, you see 3 individuals. Well, technically you see 4. The first one you see appears to be a bugbear laying on the ground, clutching at its shoulder where its arm used to be. And it is just bleeding out on the ground right now. Like it looks like he's been there for a little bit, bleeding to death. There are 2 about 10-foot tall, green-skinned, humanoid-shaped creatures standing near it. And they have like what looks like kind of like nasty, ratty loincloth wrapped around their waist. And these disgusting black, sinewy hair that's kind of covering their heads goes down their back, their hairy backs. Their skin is slightly scaled on the shoulders. They look disgusting. Rogar, you immediately recognize these as trolls. There's 2 of them there. And they're looking up and talking to the largest humanoid all of you have seen except for Rogar. There is a taller, somewhere between like 13, 14 foot tall creature. It appears to be humanoid in shape. It is fat as shit. It's got this giant gut on it. And there are like untanned skins that are kind of wrapped around it and rotting. You can smell it from here. If you think the troll smells bad, this other thing smells worse. It's got a large club kind of just resting on the ground next to it. It has what appears to be the bugbear's arm pinched between its thumb and its finger. It's like, you remove. Boss say no, eat. We hungry, the troll says to the other giant. Me eat. You. And there's a lot of thinking happening. What are you guys doing?
Okay, so how far off are we?
I'm going to say you guys at the edge of this clearing are going to be about 60 feet from the giants. Now, just to paint the rest of the scene, further past this, you have the mill. And I probably should have mentioned this earlier. And massive letters painted across the side of the mill. Red letters, more than likely. Old blood is what it looks like. Copious amounts of blood at that. It says, painted in goblin, property of High King Malkuth Maneater, tyrant and high thinker of the Great Stone.
Words.
That's a lot of words for a dumb giant.
Malkuth, I'm sorry, High King.
It says,
do some kind of thinking,
High
giant.
King Malkuth Maneater, tyrant and high thinker of the Great Stone.
So is there anything else you want to lay out real quick, or?
That's it. I'm sorry.
Okay. No. I'm just making sure, for sure.
I'm assuming
so I would.
it's a mill. There's like clear cut around it. Or
Yes,
is it
yeah.
just trees?
Most of the trees around this have been cut down. You do have large piles of lumber kind of just about if you would like to try to use cover to try to approach or anything of that sort.
Tristan.
That's what I'd want to get Rogar's attention, since he's the one on a mission here, and maybe we should start to coordinate a little bit. And I can get sneak attack. That's all I'm saying. Like I get the surprise attack anyway.
You
so
do.
if we plan this right.
Do you think there's like enough blood that I become overwhelmed by it, or
It's
probably so old.
It's old. It's not like it's dry. It's not, and it looks like it's been there for a while, like at least a few days, if not longer. And I will say, Velry, one experience with blood is yourself. You would know that is a lot. I mean, because it's written in massive letters. That is a lot of blood, like a lot.
Well, Moog, if you're talking strategy, I would suggest that you hang in the back with me and Zune, and we let the other two run up and do most of the killing.
More like
Then
soon
you can protect
as
me
soon
and
as they're
Zune in
in
case something
range.
happens.
Absolutely. Well, everything's in range for me from here. So
Exactly.
Roger's gonna try to sneak up as close as he can.
Okay.
Given my
Who do you want to? Who are you? Who? Before you leave, we would coordinate. Who are you going for first, Rogar?
Rogar, I guess whoever would be closest on the stealthiest route. You mentioned there's like lumber and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I guess whoever's the closest, whether it be troll or giant, whoever's closer.
Now, do remember there are 2 trolls and 1 giant.
Well, I know.
Okay.
Rogar's sneaking up with the intention.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, then
Okay.
Moog would take aim on the giant.
All right.
Well, how about
and
this?
wait for.
Rogar suggests that Valerie and Rogar move up a little bit, and we will try to stealth as best we can. I gotta find a hiding place, and the rest of the crew open fire. And then once they come charging towards you guys, we will intercept them halfway along the way. Yeah,
Little ambush.
Okay.
Yeah.
DM
ambush.
question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you specify the giant? Did I miss that?
I did not. Do you want to make this would be either history or arcana? Whoever wants to do it.
I'm not good at either.
An 11.
Oh,
Not very good, Trist.
It
Not
wasn't.
very good.
It was almost a natural one.
It's a giant, Trist. You're not super familiar with giants. I don't know what it is. Rogar, why don't you give me one?
All right. With advantage?
No. No. I just want to. You know about giants, so.
18.
I'm about to say, yeah. You know about frost giants in particular, so you're very specific. So you know it's a goddamn giant. Now you've heard of some giant kin, and from the stories you were told, because you've never seen any other giants in person besides frost giants.
Yeah.
From the stories you were told, you're able somehow in your negative intelligence to put together that this is a hill giant.
Checks out.
All right.
Still filthy giants.
Okay. As Velry and Rogar begin to sneak up, you hear the hill giant at this point. Fine, just go guard. And the trolls begin to turn and begin to move away in your guys' direction. And that's where we're going to take our first break.
Oh, yeah.